what we're going to do in this video is we are going to share with you what time blocking and time management isn't, what it is, and then our process that we're walking through right now to get better with our time, manage it better, and just be efficient so we have a life and don't repeat the process. And hopefully you can take these tips and use it in your business as well.
One of the things that time management is not is a to-do list. So people think that you get into the office and for the first 15-30 minutes you write a to-do list and you're going to become productive off of that to-do list. But then what happens when you're creating that to-do list is that the fires start to come into place, and then all of a sudden you're heading in this direction and that direction. So time management is not creating a to-do list.
It's also not a quick fix. So if you're going to start trying to master time management and time blocking, know that this is going to take time. There's going to be bumps in the road, and you are not going to get it right immediately.
And it's also not trying to waste time.
Right, like, I'm not going to waste time today. I'm not going to waste time today, right?
Time blocking is what we identify as what are the money-making activities that you're really good at? What are the things that are going to propel your business? So if you were to take a $15 an hour activity versus a $30 hour activity, the $30 activity is part of time blocking. Another
part of time blocking is that it's predictable. So it's something that people start to expect and know that at this time you do this. And we're going to give you some examples in our business here so that you understand the context of it. But also, it's not even just for the external people, your customers, it's for your inside team. Because to be quite honest with you, the people that interrupt me the most are others on our team. So time blocking is predictable, and you set times that you really stick to no matter what.
Yeah, just like Megan said, time blocking is exactly that. It is taking a block of time, of uninterrupted time, and specifically diving into whatever it is that you're looking at. Your finances, your marketing, your prospecting, time with, whatever it may be. It is very predictable time that you are literally blocking out for yourself, for your business, to make an impact on your business.
There's three parts to this when you're working on a time blocking or time management plan. And so just know that you're going to have a period of planning. So you have to pick the activities, and you can't make a giant list of them. I highly recommend you start by adding prospecting would be one, right? And every single business owner can prospect in one way or another. So prospecting, let's use as an example, would be one. And then a second one would be returning emails and phone calls, because I think those are some of the most, that's the biggest interruptions in most people's.
That's the biggest reactive interruption that you have in your business, is wanting to take the phone calls all the time, wanting to reply right away. But when you become proactive in that, you say that you're going to set, so much time aside to return those calls, to return those emails, and that's how you become proactive instead of always being in the reactive mode.
So planning would be, as an example, so we have a new business that we have to start prospecting. And so in order for us to prospect, the planning part is, okay, every day I'm going to prospect for 1 hour, okay? And then who am I going to prospect to? So it's not just deciding the activity you're going to do, but then prepping for it. So making a list of 100 names, we call it the Dream 100, where you put all those names on a list so that when you go into that activity, you're also not wasting time looking up who you're going to contact, that I'm going to contact these people.
And I think that's a great point right there. When we said time blocking is not to-do list, you don't go into the time block to create that list of prospects. You're going into that time block already knowing what you're going to do, and you're going to execute it during that time block.
I wanted to give you a tip, a little pro tip in here for when you start doing the executing. So one of the tips that we learned was what's called GAM, got a minute. So let's say I decide that my prospecting hour is going to be at 1 o'clock every day. Then I would let my team know that, hey, I will have a minute for you, 15 minutes. It's not a really minute, but I will have 30 minutes set aside to answer any questions you have at 2:30. Do not reach out to me at 1 because I'm not going to answer. I will be ignoring everything except what I'm supposed to be doing right now at 1 o'clock. So 2:30, that's when I'm free for you.
That's a great example. Another example that we use in our business and our leadership team is that every Tuesday at 10:30 we meet. So that means that everything that we have encountered through the past week, we save all of those things until that Tuesday. That way, that Tuesday at 10:30, every single Tuesday at 10:30, we meet with our leadership team and we go over any questions they have, over anything from the previous week that they had to go and do research on. And that way we can stay productive instead of always saying, hey, I have this information for you now, let's review it. I have this information for you now. That way our leadership team, our managers, our marketing director knows that every Tuesday at 10:30, they can bring to us their ideas, their research that they found, the information that they have. And so that's another way that we've been able to really slow down that questions every 5 minutes, every hour from our leadership team.
So one other tool that I use to structure and try to figure out how and what I'm going to pick for my time blocks is it's a resource that I heard about that I created. We will make sure that you can download a blank version so you can try to use it, which it's called the Win the Day, Win the Week, Win the Month. And so what happens with this Win the Day, Win the Week, Win the Month is you're going to take a piece of paper for each one and you're going to list out what would a winning day be for you. Mm-hmm. Like if you could pick the perfect day. For me, it's getting into the office by 8:30. It's writing a handwritten note to someone. It's then checking my emails and voicemails and listing them out. Then having a 1 hour block for working on prospecting. Then it's having a meeting. So I map out what that perfect day would look like. And I map out what a perfect week would look like.
Yep.
And a month, so that everything's on there. And then I slowly start adding those things into my time block, my schedule. And if you've ever seen a time block, it actually is a calendar and you block time.
Yep, and that's why it's called time blocking. Something else with time management that we started implementing from one of our coaches is called the DSP. It's a daily success plan, right? So it keeps you on track for at least that day, right? So what are, almost like what you said, what are the things that you want to accomplish? What are the things that you should be accomplishing every single day, right? Writing a hand thank you note, returning emails, writing a review, getting a review from a client. Again, it would be specific to your business on things that you need to accomplish every single day that you can check mark. Okay, yep, I did this today, I did this today, I did this today. And so it's a daily success plan that keeps us on track for that day.
And there's lots of different tools. So one thing might work for you, one thing might not. There are also online resources that you can create your own planners, that you can actually create your own blocks, because that was always my biggest thing is none of the planners ever worked, because as a mom who owns businesses, we're not one-dimensional. We have to plan everything together. So I will put the link in the notes in the description so you can go to where you can actually create your own time blocked calendar with the things that are important to you. Maybe you like to do meal plans, but just all these things, you got to find what's right for you, but just make the commitment to do it, because you will see after about 90 days to 6 months, it will literally help your business explode.
And I think that's important, Megan. Again, she said it takes about 90 days to 6 months to really get into that activity. So don't get stressed out or don't get frustrated within, your first 2 weeks or your first 30 days that you can't stick to it. It's tough. You got to change your mindset. You got to change your routine. So after about that 90-day period to about that 6 months, you're really going to start to see that you're going to get into a routine and into a groove of, okay, wow, this is really working. And your business at the same time should also really be growing by that time as well, because you're sticking to activities, you're becoming proactive in your business, and you're not becoming reactive to everything to where you're not letting your business grow.
So if you found value in this video, we would love to have you share the video, hit the bell below so you get notifications, subscribe to the channel, and so that you make sure you continue to get more of these videos on how to grow your business, how to become efficient, and just have that work-life balance by mastering your time and keeping other people out of it.
And if you have any tips for us on time management, we would love to hear from you. So send us an email at hello@thecolablife.com.
See you next time.
Bye, collaborators.